Hey y'all, I want to do an update on my. Oh my goodness. Work's been killer this week. I wanted to do an update on my BARO Magnus. I went undefeated at locals with it not last Tuesday, this Tuesday. Jesus. This Tuesday with it. It was just, again, a small turnout. Just an 8-man. But I did update the list and I wanted to test it out, and that was pretty much the only place I could test it out right now currently. So, we did go undefeated. So, I guess I'll open up these packs first. This is just the promo pack you get on entering. But there's usually some good promos, so. So you know, I say there's good promos. I get the one that's literally. I thought it was counter charge at first, so I'm like, oh, it's not bad, but it's soul charge. When like, what are you gonna? I don't get it. Let's just open the packs. Hopefully we get some staple cards or maybe a money card, but let's see here. Hey, staple. There you go. Anything else? Nah. Oh, I should probably see what else we got. These packs have literally been sitting on my desk for like the past week. Oh, that's not bad. I guess that's the main card of the set, and this guy. I don't play Stoicheia, so I don't know anything about that guy. And let's see the last pack that we got. A hollow, and that's about it. I guess. It wasn't, honestly, it really wasn't that bad. You know, you got a staple card for the best deck in the current best deck in the game, and you got a staple for Brandgate, so really not that bad for the packs. Anyways, let's get on to the deck profile. So, get the nonsense out of the way. Obviously, your 4 PGs, your 1 over trigger. This over trigger is basically just like your 8th critical trigger that, you know, stays in effect the entire game if you do manage to rip it off. So there's honestly no reason not to run this one versus the Cray Elemental one. I just feel like Dark States doesn't have enough board presence right now to justify running the Cray Elemental one. And then running 4 of the 20k fronts. We did also hollow out the deck. If you noticed, we hollowed out the deck because, you know, favorite deck, so I thought might as well, since Vanguard is so cheap. It really didn't cost that much. And then 4 heals and the 8 critical triggers. Not 8, but technically 8 because of the over trigger, but 7 critical triggers. Again, with the trigger lineup, you really just want to maximize on your shield in this deck. I know there's some like deep draw BARO Magnus lists that just try to get more pieces in hand running draw triggers. I just don't recommend it. This deck's hand is just so fragile as it is in the early game, like to mid game, that it needs all the shield it can get. So we're still running the three persona rides. It's just very important that your persona ride at least once in this deck. Considering it's a soul and 10k to the front row, it's just one of your key plays that you could actually search out with Extraction. Yes, we did hollow out Extraction. Arguably the best card in this deck. Like I said before, my other profile, if you want to check it out, it was a different list as well. So you just want to get my thoughts on that one. But Extraction, literally, you can get a piece, a persona ride, or shield. Usually if you grab shield, it's these 2 cards. But you can these are literally the 3 cards that you usually grab. You're either grabbing shield, you're grabbing a persona ride, or if you need that last piece for the 15, which usually I activate this on turn 3, which I usually don't do. I wait until my 4th turn to go to 15, just because it's just so much stronger turn if I grab the Persona Ride. But yeah, that's what you're usually grabbing off of your extraction. And then for your final grade 3, you're in the 4 Curtis. He's just your most free Soul Charge in the deck right now. Soul Charge 2 and a body, plus his ability of Counterblast 2 if you have 10 or more to give your front row 5k is just really good, especially on Persona Red turns, just to make those key numbers. And onto the grade 2s. This is actually where we cut the last card that I've been playing 4 Crimson Expellers, and then 4 of the Evil Eye. That's her name, right? Selfish Engraver. Why did I say Evil Eye? It's late, people. I'm so sorry. But 4 Selfish Engravers, just because she's a Soul Charge and a Counter Charge, the most important, like one of the most important cards in the deck. Literally for like some of your turn 3 combos, you want an Engraver, a Supernatural, and a Curtis, just because this lets you do, if you this is a combo if you have three open Counterblast, because you're gonna Counterblast 1 for the Supernatural, and then you're gonna use Selfish Engraver. No, you Counterblast 1 for the Supernatural, you Counterblast 2 for 5k to the front row, then you attack with that first, open up the Counterblast, then you attack with the Vanguard. So essentially you just gave yourself a free 5k. But yeah, we did cut down the other grade 2 that I was running, which is not a bad card. It's a very unique card to be running because people always attack it just because the late game, the mid to late game potential you get off it, just Soul Charge. It's potential Soul Charge that you would need. We actually cut it for this card, Cycle and Circler. Now the reason we cut it for Cycle and Circler was to create more powerful combos like the ones that I told you about just now. Let me see here, where did I put it? Engraver. Create more powerful combos with Engraver, and just in general, instead of, let's say, 2 Counterblasts you give 5k to the front row, it's just 1 Counterblast to give 5k to the front row. Or let's say 3 Counterblasts to give 10k to the front row. Or if you have 2 of these, 2 Counterblasts to give 10k to the front row. So it's really just a Soul Charge extender. I'm not using it because of its Soul Charge ability. I'm using it to give myself that extra push. And it's also very nice because most of the time your Vanguard's swinging for 23 if you didn't Persona Ride. It's just very nice to get him at that 28, or sometimes if you do the Counterblast 3 for 10k or Counterblast 2 of these guys for 10k, it's really nice to just be swinging for 33 even though you didn't Persona Ride. So that's why I'm running 4 of her. Usually, like, you see too many of her in the early game, you just pitch her for your ride deck, or you just shove her into Soul. She's really, like I said, she's really just an extender just to make better numbers. Oh yeah, and of course, sometimes, that she's that one card you need for the Soul, but, you're not really rushing with her or anything. It's just an extender to push on your multi-attack turns. And then, of course, you're running the Deep Sonicers at maximum copies. This is crucial. This is your main attacker for your, that you're calling out, because you want to call out 2 of these on your BARO Magnus turn. This is your main attacker. It's so important that you play more than just 2 copies of these. I know decks have been, cutting him down to 2 copies in main deck, and then, 1 in the ride deck to play more Soul Charge cards, but it's just, so many decks have Retire. So many decks can remove this card off board or simply just attack into it. It's important that you have multiple of these in Soul, or just have the ability to call down more from your hand. So, this card is just very crucial that you maximize copies of it. Let me see. Is there really anything else to talk about, really? That's the only card I changed in the deck. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about the deck. Tell me any cards that you would play, reasons why, any tips and tricks. I will be doing match videos with this deck. I just haven't gotten around to it. I was originally going to what's it called? Record the final round of locals, but it was a mirror match, and this is one of the few decks where mirror matches are actually literally just card draw. If you opened up better than your opponent, you win. If your opponent opened up better, like let's say like they get to combo first, or you get to combo first, or you don't have combo, they have combo. It's literally just who opens up better. So that's why I didn't record the mirror match, cause literally the game he won, I didn't get to combo in time. I didn't get combo, meaning 15 or like 10 at least. I didn't get to it in time, and the game that I won, I got to it before he did. Granted, there was some like skill involved, because I chose not to go to 15 on that turn just to stall him out and just pressure him with crit. But still, it's like literally like I had the advantage of doing that because I already had everything in hand, or like I already had enough to do it. But anyways, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the deck in the comments down below. Any changes you'd make, or any decks you'd like to see in the future. I have a few more decks I'm waiting to profile. I just want to take them out to tournaments first, test them, make sure they work before I send them out to you guys. Anyways, later.